Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us here tonight for O.C.C. I am the Loud T-Rex, going to be coming from you essentially on his own. I do have the real boot here with me doing the game host, so bear with us. We're going to be doing the best we can here with just one commentator. What are we going to do with that? Well, we'll find out. So, I am, as I said, the Loud T-Rex, and thank you once again for joining us here. Oh, Jesus, look at that. Look at her coming in like a super heroine. Jesus. You're right. You're absolutely right, not your Vader. Sprint it in. Alrighty, so gonna go ahead and restart that one completely from scratch. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday, and I am the Loud T-Rex, joined here by Amara. Amara, how are you doing? Add an E to that, not your Vader. Add an E to that. So, tonight we are going to have a Monarch, who I think is currently one of the lowest seeded plat teams in the division, against the number 2. Will they be able to make it? I'm not really sure. I know they've been having a little bit of issues throughout the last few weeks. I never understand that concept of babies. I'm like, I'm sure like 20, 30, 50% of them are older than you. I never got that. I'm so confused. It's like, I'm sure like 2 of them are older than me. I'm like, I guess. Whatever you say. So, folks, here we go. Oh, look at that, Amara. I guess they really couldn't hear you. That's funny.
Wait, what?
I accidentally had you muted. So, no, I don't know what it has been. OBS is just an absolute. It's a monster recently. I might have to find a different streaming setup, because this one sometimes it gets a little buggy. Sometimes certain things happen, and I'm like, but why are you the way you are? So as we said, it's going. Thank you, Aldo. Go ahead and do the sign up. You know what I mean? Do a little tryout here. If you want your chance at the mic. That's all you got to do. Just tell me a time and date, and I'll let you know whether or not you're a good fit. Whether or not we do that. So, number 2 team, run by OwOSA. Well, it is OwOSA, run by Nasif Khan. I mean, they are very, very good synergy wise. That being said, though, they are going to have Ikio going to be filling in on OwOSA's side, and I'm wondering just really what that's going to do. Ikio is part of Frost, the number 1 team currently in the Plat division. So I'm just wondering whether or not that change in player is really going to be enough to kind of really stir things around.
Well, like I said, I haven't kept up with these teams as I've been assisting with another, and I'm on one, but I'm excited. And actually, I think that's great, because now I have no preconceived notions. I have no favorites. I'm not expecting anything, so I'm just ready to be impressed by both these teams right now.
Impressed. Well, here we go. First map of the night is going to be Numbani, which is a hybrid map. So we are going to be starting off here with a, we're going to start with initial capture point. Then we start moving on into an escort point. Now this one is a high-flying favorite. So a lot of Genji play, a lot of Pharah play, a lot of Hanzo play. What do you think they're going to be running here? Based on, I mean, you've met people in the server around. Like, based on what you know of these players, what do you think they're going to be running?
You know, in this map, I see a lot of bunker, and I see a lot of dive, and a lot of combinations of those, especially on the first point. But a lot of these players play so many different things that I really think it's just a toss-up of what they think is going to work against their enemy. So I think this could be a pretty 50-50 for what I might expect here.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting on Boot to actually get the game started. I think that is just all that's going on right now. At this point, they're just kind of in what is that? It's like I want to see
the upside down.
No, it's not the upside. No, easy. I'm not ready for that. Okay, I completely marathoned that show. I want you to know that I was not ready for how good that was going to be.
I know, right?
My wife completely hates horror anything. She's like, I refuse. I'm like, but why? It's
oh, don't show her that other show that came out.
Which one?
The siblings in the house and their mother died, and I don't remember.
That one's still my absolute favorite. What?
It's perfect. perfect. It's perfect.
It's so good. It hurt me at the end. I wasn't ready for. I'm not saying anything for anybody, but I wasn't ready.
The only thing that hurt me more than that ending is when I kill myself with a Pharah ult. So, if that gives you any indication, that is how I felt at the end of that show.
I feel like that hurts the most. You're just like, yeah, perfect opportunity. Diva in the face. Oh.
Yeah. No. It's not even the diva in the face ones. It's when you forgot there was a wall there, or my personal favorite, when you come down in ult like right in front of like the lamppost on this map, not realizing that it's gonna kill you.
That is the absolute worst. Oh my goodness. And no, not your Vader. Obviously, they weren't going to start off initially with that. Aldo Chilbro throwing a little bit of love here for Monarch just because he saw the hamster. Unfortunately, I think that love is going to go ahead and disappear since it looks like both of them are kind of going with like a weird pseudo dive composition.
It can work. I'm not gonna knock anything, especially on this map. I have seen some really crazy things work here.
Well, I mean, back in the olden days, back in the olden days of Overwatch, when everybody actually ran.
How many Mercy nerfs back are you saying olden days here?
Looks like we have an initial pause. It was, how would I put it? Well, I mean, how long did dive comp really remain at the top of everything? It really remained,
I mean, that's definitely after no more 5-man res, so definitely the next 2 nerfs are after that, so a long time.
Yeah, because I remember for the most part when you'd see the pros play, mainly you'd have, you would mainly have that Winston Diva combo coming in, and then they just kind of be diving in, especially when they have that Zenyatta. But now that Goats comp has become so powerful, I just feel like it's obviously not used nearly as much because you really have to isolate, and because Goats is so brawly, you really have to make it work. That being said, though, I feel because both teams kind of have they have a fill, they're not 100% comfortable with the Goats composition. Would you agree?
On this map, I've seen Goats recently, but more often than not, I'm seeing dive and I'm seeing bunker up in that top corner by the point because of the Baptiste immortality field.
Really?
Which gives a huge advantage when a dive jumps up on you there and you have that. If you do it just around the corner and they can't quite get to it and you're running that bastion, you may just have time to melt them down if they don't get up there, do a little damage, and then pop back down right off the point where you can't see in them anymore. So I think a lot of things on this map can be changed simply because of that one character addition.
Gotcha. All right, looking into the chat now. Aldo Chilbro losing his love here for Monarch, talking about how he really hates it. Krosky, good to see you in there. Trippy's channel, haters gonna hate. Sick Fotch, no, you cannot. And alrighty, well, we're still just gonna go ahead and wait on one more. Nat was actually playing on her signature Widow, which I think is a little bit weird, though, wouldn't you say? Particularly in dive comp.
Yes, but that goes back to old comps that worked here, and for a long time, Widow was very powerful here. So if they think there's even a chance that the other team might run a dive, then, she could work. She could work, and if they think that the other team's going to come in with something like a Rein Zarya, they may think that's the best plan.
Alrighty, thank you, Jag the Nerd and Bacon, for resubbing, guys. We really appreciate it. It really helps us keep going. But right, the initial battle does come up, and Nasib Khan switching over to that Reinhardt, looking to try to keep that Genji at bay. But oh no, the big boop comes in, and that's going to be the end of him. Pachu managing to finish him off. Nat does get a pick here on Sora, and that next battle is coming in. That anti-nade comes out absolutely huge and clutch, and the battle inside is happening. Nat getting yet another pick here on Braver, and Monarch looking like they're going to be sent reeling as the next battle starts. Oh, Pachu does get put to sleep, and Ikeo looking to grab that pick there on Saikon. The battle still raging on, and now we've got a nano boosted Xanthoxid angry and using that beard to full effect. And here we go. The final one left is going to be Mosaic, as they've got an angry monkey looking to try to finish this one off. Sora does come back in, but Nassif does get put to sleep, and it doesn't seem like the rest of the team is able to do anything. Sora does get taken out at the end, though, and it looks like it's going to be a quick point A grab here by OwOSA.
Well, that was an impressive team fight. So I think a big thing there was, even though Nassif died pretty early as the Reinhardt, he knew to make the switch, and it got him back to point. And that, combined with the enemy getting a little split up, I think is what ultimately won that for them. It was a good switch on his part, and I think that I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him for going monkey to get on point and not going ball to get on point.
Alrighty, so here we go. The next battle does come up, and Bravery switching over to his signature Reinhardt. Now they're getting into it. The initial battle does come up, and they know to be wary of that hammer. They are completely respecting it. And here we go. The initial fight does come out. Zentoxin still in the front lines as Nat takes out Psycon. And Bravery has got to be careful. Moves his way forward, and here they come as we've got Nassif Khan still working his way in, trying to take Bravery out, putting all that pressure on him. Sora does manage to take out Nat, and now we've got an angry Nassif Khan managing to take out Friendly Fire. Mosaic goes down next, and now the initial battle is still continuing. Pachu might be in a bad spot. In fact, an absolutely terrible spot, gets taken out, and OwOSA is just flying their way through here.
So I don't know if you noticed their loud checks, but both teams got pretty split up. Monkey diving in the back line on the side of Nassif, and Ryan being up in the front with Genji ulting and getting slept from the enemy team, completely opposite of that. So ultimately, I didn't see anything really big there that could have cost anybody anything. They just happened to split up, and they just happened to get the lucky picks when they needed it.
And that's really what you need. You really got to get those big ones. To see Kroski throwing a bit of love here for his fellow teammate Ikkyo. They both do play on Frost. Now these next battles are coming up. The Sun calling out that there are 3 tanks in the lineup here for OwOSA. And Nassif Khan switches over as the Reinhardt pushing his way forward. And he's got to be careful. But there's a lot of healing available, a lot of tanking that can be done. Nassif Khan with the last little bits of his health, and he's got to back up. And here we go with an angry Nassif managing to get Pachu. And he wasn't watching, unaware of what was coming. But Nassif Khan is going to go down. Psycon does manage to get that pick, but it's still not going to be enough. Nat manages to get that clean kill here on Sora, and she is just on fire with this diva.
Again, Nassif picked perfect time to switch, came in, and I can't hear comms, but I'm guessing that they're calling for target focus, and the team is following up.
Oh, and here he goes. Ikkyo's got to be careful. Does get anti-nated as the battle does start off, and they've got to be careful who gets picked off here, because this is an absolute crucial moment. Bravery does have the backup of the team. Oh, and there goes Mosaic looking to finish that one off, and that's going to be a big one. The bomb comes up. Oh, somebody woke him up, though, and that does get Sora as they have to back off. They can't seem to finish this one off just yet. Psycon's got to be careful, though, with that battle against that diva. Bravery still in that front line, doesn't have a lot of healing, and Pachu starting to lose that battle. Psycon is about to get completely melted if he doesn't find another angle in which to get into. Nat does manage to pick up that kill, and now we've got a nano boosted Pachu looking to try to finish that one off. That's going to be a pick here. Mosaic pops that ultimate, looking to finish someone off, and that's just going to be a quick one. And Doxson unable to guard himself, and that's going to be a reset here by OwOSA.
That fight was going one direction, but the second somebody woke up Brave from that sleep, the fight was completely in favor of his team, and that's ultimately what lost the point. I mean, there's a lot of things in it, but that diva bomb could have taken out everybody.
Somebody somewhere just fat fingered it. It had to be done. That's unfortunate.
It happens.
It does. And here we go. The next battle is underway. Zentoxin running in with Nassif Khan. They're trying to get the space that they need, but he's got to be careful. He isn't getting all that healing, and they start off. Oh, but here comes the Graviton Surge looking to try to cause damage on that team, and Sora lands the dragons right in the middle of it. That's going to be one pick. And it looks like Bravery might have a little bit of issues here, especially with Ikkyo in the back line. But that's going to be another pick here. Zentoxin still trying to put some forward positioning. Friendly Fire does get taken out, and Zentoxin looking to try to get out, but it might be just a little bit too much damage, more than he can handle. We're moving on into the 2-minute mark as OwOSA has to go back and try it again.
So if you notice the comp that OwOSA has decided to run, they are doing a 3-2-1, and they really closest thing they have to the defensive ult is going to be that Lucio, and when he used it to initiate the attack, it ultimately cost them when they got grabbed.
Ooh, alrighty. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And there's nothing that they could do to take all that damage. That being said, though, those dragons are going to melt through so freaking much. But here we go. That initial battle starts off once again. And Ikeo trying to get in that backline, trying to take Ikeo. But that's going to be the hit scan. Able to turn around, do some solid work. The Khan takes out Bravery. The battle starts off one more time. Great job there by Psycon, looking to hold him off with nothing more. Nolt in the Dream. Mosaic does drop that ultimate down and doesn't seem to kill anyone just yet. The battle's still ensuing. Naseef Khan has a lot of damage coming in. Friendly Fire does get taken out. Oh, unbelievable work as Psycon able to pick up the kill here on Naseef. And now Bravery's just pushing his way on in, but Ikeo just doing some solid work. Looking to try to finish off Mosaic, and that's going to be it. This is not looking good here for the side of Monarch. They are losing their people, and that's going to be it with a point complete.
So I don't know if you noticed that, but that kill on Naseef actually canceled his ult, and it really looked like that was gonna cost them the point, but because the enemy Ryan got taken out as well, they were able to push through and take it. So
You're absolutely right. Looking over into the chat, yep, I see Krosky just throwing a lot of love here for Ikeo, and of course, why would you not? Not really sure what the argument is here by these people, but sure. Whatever you guys are arguing about, don't know, don't care. I'm looking for cheers and friendly love. So, 10 seconds until Monarch reveals their combo for what they're going to run. I don't know, Mara, what do you think they're going to go with?
I don't know. I think anything could work as long as they stick together and they stop getting split up. So the way it's going right now, it might be safer to run a death ball or a bunker comp because a lot of times that getting split up is costing them fights. But if they can just kind of do a quick reset, get together, and fix that issue, they could run anything.
Let's see here. Oh, I see what they're talking about. They're talking about basically the differences in knowledge and game sense depending on the rank that you're in. And I guess what is it? It's like to get to diamonds, like it's a combination between what mechanical and game sense, and then start.
You can get to diamond on one or the other if you're just like leagues beyond the rank. But to get there and stay there, the best way to do is have a good balance of those things. It's not impossible though.
I mean, there are people that get away with solely mechanical skill, and I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. So here we go. This next battle does come up. Well, it doesn't look like it's starting just yet. It looks like they're going the long way around. They do have a GOATS composition ready to go with Sora going to be taking the helm here as the Brigitte. Ikeo in some terrible danger, but managing to get out just in time. Pachu does get taken out, and Sora looking to try to land the kill here, does manage to do so. But we're seeing a lot of picks here against the side of Monarch. Great anti-nade come out by McBean as Sora is sent reeling along with Psycon, and that's going to be a reset here on the side of Monarch.
So that was a really good brawl. I think a big part of that was the anti-nades coming in from McBean. That brought almost the whole team to purple, and his team followed up on it, which is exactly what they should do.
All right, next battle is going to start ensuing, and they're trying to use that high ground. Great job there by Friendly Fire, using that right click to try to finish that off. Oh, man, but that's going to be a huge hack. Xanthoxin, though, terribly timed with that, what is it? The nano boost. There we go. And here we come. Ikeo looking to try to hold on to this, but I think it just might be too much for him to deal with. Ikeo has to back off. Unfortunately, doesn't do so in proper time, and McBean is just caught completely out of position. The backup, though, from the Zenyatta is enough to keep him alive, and Naseef Khan looking to rush in onto the point and try to keep things going. Does drop that ultimate, starting to swing away, looking to try to finish his bad boy off. Pachu does take out Nat, though. That's going to be a huge one. And here comes the ultimates from the Zenyatas. It's just going to be 2 orbs with not a lot going on, but Bravery does get anti-naded, and there's no one to protect him at this point. Here comes the ultimate here from Xanthoxin. Oh, managing to clear it off before Psycon could do much of anything. And here comes Friendly Fire, is just going to get completely isolated, and that's going to be the end of it as Monarch has to back off and try it again. Thank you, not your Vader, for the follow, by the way.
So, you know, a lot of times people are like, why did you ult when you're only one on point? But in that particular instance, Ikeo stalled long enough for the rest of his team to get back, and then made the switch that the enemy really doesn't have a counter to. They do now, but they didn't. And so that stall was actually brilliant. Risky, but brilliant.
What counter is that? Are you talking about like the Diva?
Oh, they had a soldier for a second, but I guess they decided to go back to the Diva.
Oh, okay, I was like, I don't know about that one, but all right, here we go. The next battle does start up, and there goes Pachu looking to try to finish that one off, and Sora looking to be the message necessary in order to make this work, and here we go. Dank Monkey just has absolutely no one to back him up. Now the battle's still continuing on, and that's just Sora finding his stride. Ridiculous work here. Xanthoxin, the only one left on the point. He's trying to hold on, but as a baby Diva, there's really not much you can do, and that's Monarch able to get it with 40 seconds remaining. I mean, that's a little bit of a boost in their time bank.
It is. That, they target focused, and that combined with the enemy being a little bit staggered right there, they took the point. Now they just got to leave somebody on the payload.
Right, get on that freaking payload. So here we go. The next battle is starting up, and they've got to be careful with who does what and what goes where. They can get steamrolled if they are absolutely not careful. Dank Monkey's looking to try to get a higher positioning as Ikeo still got ground up top. Naseef Khan does get the nano boost, and for some reason does pop the angry monkey. So he's pushing his way on in, doesn't have a lot of health, and has no way to get back to his team. Manages to get out with so little health remaining. The battle's still going on as Sora is trying to get space, or at least get into Dank Monkey's face, and that's going to be the finish. Sora does have the ultimate, and now he's nano-bladed. McBean does get taken out, and a huge bomb comes out from Naseef Khan. Xanthoxin still up in that front line and unable to do anything yet again. That's going to be Monarch winning that next fight.
I think using that Ana ult on Naseef, had it waited a little bit longer, had he ulted and then she used it, I think it could have benefited them more. But seeing that he switched to Rein, he might have just wanted to go ahead and use it because he knew he needed to switch. But we're not in their comms, so I can't be sure.
Alrighty, so here they go. Next battle does start off, and Pachu's got a lot of ground still in that front line. So we're going to have Ikeo and Xanthoxin running up together, and they've got to be careful not to get taken out too quickly. We're going to be getting Psycon in that forward ground along with Mosaic to look around and see what they could find. Ikeo may be holding on to this ult just a little bit too long. May not be able to find a solid spot, so here we go. The next battle starts off, and Mosaic putting some work in, and Sora does manage to take out Ikeo. That is an absolute huge pick. Now it looks like Sora is still trying to farm that ultimate here against Xanthoxin, and that battle's just pushing through. Naseef Khan has absolutely no one to back him up, and he has absolutely no health available. Here we go, the final few meters, and that ends up getting taken out. So here we go, the next fight does start off, and they can't touch it. That's going to be a map completion here by Monarch.
That was a beautiful capture, and it was a beautiful stall at both doors coming out of the enemy spawn. At the end there, it seemed like OwOSA got a little anxious about what was going on. They all kind of started to seem to panic and do their own thing, go their own way, and Monarch was able to come in and capitalize on that.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, it was also unfortunate. Naseef Khan does come out, and he gets anti-nated, and the worst part about that is that you have a monkey right in front of you, just holding that left click. There's nothing you can do. You have an orb, or I think he had an orb. He had the anti-nade hit him, and then he's got a Winston just in his face, eating out the last bit of his health. There's really nothing that could be done at that point. And
exactly.
I think that the combination between Mosaic and who is it? Mosaic and Sora. Ooh, that was just a deadly combo.
It was. It's hard to focus a Tracer as a Pharah. It's not impossible, especially if you play her a lot. But trying to run that against the Genji and the Tracer, you have to land your shots, because if you don't, they're both so slippery that it can cost you fights. And I don't know if you noticed, but I think as soon as Naseef switched to that Reinhardt and came out, he died pretty quickly, which left his team down.
Alrighty, so that next battle is going to start off, and Mosaic is going to be playing the Junkrat. Junkrat, who just recently got a buff. His, I think his grenades shoot just a little bit earlier. Naseef Khan does have that high ground, looking to push his way on in. He does have to back out because he can't continue that fight completely on his own. Looking to try to get a little bit of space, and Xanthoxin does is able to back him up, at least for just a little bit, but they've got to be careful with Sora, looking to try to get someone in that back line. Naseef Khan just gets completely obliterated as he tries to get in onto the point. Sora looking for Nat's Widow. Oh, and that's going to be a quick pick here, as now we're starting to run to the 15-second mark. They do not have a lot of time remaining.
They do not. I think Nat's going to have a real hard time if they don't switch, and she is going to switch, just because the enemy is running things that counter her, and with such little time, you can't always get in a position to take out anybody as Widow.
All right, here we go. The next battle does start off, and that's going to be Zentoxin getting taken out relatively quickly. Pichu does take out Ikeo, and here we go as the final fight does begin. Naseef Khan getting up into the air, but now we've got an angry Bravery who is nano boosted, looking to try to finish this one out, and he is able to do so, and that's going to be a full stop here from Monarch.
It was a beautiful hold. I think the fact that nobody initially really followed Naseef up that first time he went up top ultimately hurt them and cost them a lot of ult charge and possibly a pick. If you're going to run dive, you all have to dive.
Right.
If one of you dives, the fight is over. Almost always, you're not winning it unless you just have God tier monkey on your team.
Now,
So.
even with a God tier monkey, I mean, if you jump in and I feel like this happens a lot from tank players. Like it usually happens with the Reinhardt that hits left shift just a little bit too often. You know what I mean? Like the left shift, and they're like, where the heck were you guys? It's like, we weren't even set up. What am I supposed to do with that?
Those Rhines that say in the middle of match, cough, cough, Mal, I am unbinding shift.
Ooh, for those of you who don't know, and I don't know why people would know, that is her teammate. So.
Yes. I love Mal to death. I love Mal to death. I love hearing it when he calls that. But it does. It happens. Sometimes Ryans go a little too early. Same thing with divas. If I use my little rockets to get to the team, and my monkey's like, okay, I'm diving now, like, I may have another 2 seconds on cooldown. By the time I get up there, he's already jumped down. Now they're getting a bunch of damage on him or a bunch of damage on me. And so little micro decisions, little tiny decisions in very short amounts of time can definitely affect your tank synergy.
Alrighty, so here we go. And this is going to be Monarch looking to try to take this one home, getting that first map win. They're going for a little bit of a bunker composition. That is going to be playing on the Bastion. The entirety of the team getting on in. They've got to get somebody to contest it, and they managed to do so. So here he goes, and Zentoxin comes on down, and there's just a lot of turret damage, but unable to really finish up much of anything. Ikeo does have his turret up into the air. And now the initial this final battle is going underway, and they may be able to make this work. Nobody putting any pressure on Ikeo's turret, and that's going to be yet another one getting picked off. Naseef Khan able to stay in onto the point, and they do have a little bit of DPS in there, but Saikon just doesn't have anyone to back him off. Mosaic in some trouble. He's got to be careful with what's going to be coming his way. Now we've got the spin to win here from Bravery. The turret does get taken out, but it doesn't matter, as it seems like the entirety of OwOSA is going to make their way back.
I think the Mercy ult was probably a little bit much, but you're absolutely right. Nobody focused that turret, and there were a couple different characters that probably could have, and it could have ultimately changed that fight, but they didn't look up, and they didn't shoot it, and so by the time the Lucio got up there and tried, they had pretty much all been taken down.
Ooh, and Nat is coming in onto her ultimate, and that's going to be absolutely huge, but they do have the defensive ult here from the Reddit Lucio of O.C.C himself. So here we go. The initial battle is starting off one more time, and they're looking to see how they're going to go ahead and get this bad boy started, but they've got just so much in their arsenal that could work in their favor. And not really a lot of moves are going to be done here initially at this point. Great discipline, though. On the side of OwOSA, they're not going to be giving them a lot of room to try and go ahead and get started. So here we go. The initial jump is going to come on in, but completely melted. Is it going to be Bravery unable to do much of anything? And it just seems like, there we go, a complete sweep comes on in. Sora does get the pick here on McBean, but nothing really happens. 25 seconds on the clock left, and it seems like we might be going into a draw.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Nat did not ult, and neither did McBean. So you have a Bastion in a corner, protected, with a turret helping him, and he's about to have a Baptiste ult in front of him.
Ooh, don't say that. Here we go. Sora looking to be the hero, managing to get one. Is that going to be two? Oh my god, unbelievable work. Sora does turn out to be the hero, that Monarch needed in order to make this work, and that is a huge team kill as Monarch gets the first map of the night.
Sora, if you go back and watch this, I have no words other than that was brilliant.
Ooh. Yep, and there it is, the game itself. What in the world is that? That was confusing.
This is what we like to call a pro Genji ult. Okay? It was beautifully executed, and ultimately I think that Bastion not coming out a little bit sooner in that fight, even though they're on the defensive, in that kind of situation, if you don't use that offensively, you're gonna get targeted. Especially by a Genji.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful and close game.
Yeah, honestly though, I want to give it props though. I think who was on the Ana? I think it was Friendly Fire, correct? On that.
I'm not sure.
I think it was Friendly Fire was playing the Ana on that last little bit, and great job for both of them. Honestly, Sora staying in that back line, realizing that they weren't quite looking for him. By the time the CFCon had caught on, it was already too late. Once you have that nano boosted Genji, pops that ultimate, then you have Mosaic coming up with follow-up damage, because now you got to think the whole team is freaking out because now they have a nano boosted Genji looking to try to swipe everyone away. Now you have a Reaper that just comes on in and just destroys all the massive targets. That's going to be absolutely huge. And here we go, getting some cheers. The Sun giving some love here for Sora. Sora.
Hi, Sun.
It's the Sun.
So that I loved what Monarch did there. When you have that particular comp in either of those places that they set up, a lot of teams get really scared and they take a lot of poke damage, or they get their shield damaged, or people get picked far away because they're afraid to jump on that Bastion. And Monarch wasn't. They came in, they were like, you know what, you're sitting there, scoot over because I'm coming in, you need to get out. And that's exactly what happened. They were not afraid. They came in, they destroyed them, and Sora did Sora things.
Sora did Sora things. I love the way that was put, and there are going to be no changes. So next map of the night is going to be Nepal. And the question is going to be, will Monarch take the first... I don't think this is their first win, but I know Monarch has been having some issues over the last few weeks. But definitely this win is going to be absolutely massive. This combo team that they have right now is absolutely huge.
I don't want to pick a side. I love them all so much.
I mean, yeah,
I do.
I've got friends. I've got friends over on both sides as well. As a commentator, obviously you can't really pick a side, but I always have hopes. Mainly, I throw love here for my fellow admin Zed. So that's kind of where that's going to have to be here.
I guess that's fair.
Fair, right? Right.
You throw it for Zen. I'll throw it for Brave, because when I was helping out coaching Horn Beast, I was like, "Hey, bro, you should main tank." And so this led him to here, which I'm super proud of. But I'm looking forward to a really close game.
Oh my God, you're right. No, Bravery started in silver.
Bravery started in silver, and I put him on main tank, and the rest is history. He turned into a beautiful butterfly.
He is ridiculous, moving his way over to Plat, and that is fantastic. So here we go, Mosaic leading the charge for some reason as a soldier. I really do hope that there is nothing that hits him in the forehead. So here we go, the initial battle does start off, and the CFCon is going to be playing as the Hammond. He's got to be careful though, doesn't want to get hooked. So we're going to start getting the initial poke battle, and there that comes out. Zentoxin does pick up Zora, and Saikon unable to pick up any kills. Ikkyo does manage to pick up too, and that could be all she wrote here. Zentoxin does get boofed out though, and that's going to be a terrible finish against him. But here they go. A good hook here comes out from Ikkyo, and all that's really available is whatever's left of the team. Saikon looking to try to Reddit Lucio his way out of there. Ikkyo trying to finish off with a fish hook, but it's not going to be it. Great job here by OwOSA as they're moving up 10% and climbing.
So I don't know if you saw how they took that point, but usually on this point, I feel like you kill the other team, you take the point, that's that. They didn't kill the entire other team. They pushed them so far back in that corner that they were no longer on point and managed to cap that way.
And Skedaddle, yes, we do. You want access to it, just go ahead and fill out the player application. If you don't want to be a player, you're more than welcome to be a community member, and that's absolutely fine. So here we go. Next battle does start off, and Ikio looking to back off. Here's Bravery looking to swing away, and is that going to be a pick? No, not so. Not just yet anyway. And Ikio's got the backup here of Zentoxin, and that's going to be Ikio getting behind the shield to do some solid work, trying to finish off Saikon, but Pachu able to help out, and Nasif Khan does get absolutely melted. Whatever is left of OwOSA needs to hold on. They are going to hang on just a little bit longer, though, as it seems that Monarch is going to try to get their feet together. Pachu is a little bit out of position, and now here we go. The next battle comes on in. Friendly Fire is starting off the initial battle, and right now Bravery is just swinging away in there, looking to try to land, get a solid pick, but has absolutely no one there to back him up, and that's just going to be a lot of healing. The ultimate does come out here on that Moira to try to finish people off, and that's going to be the 1v1 against Zentoxin. Now here we go. Doesn't look like there are going to be any major picks. Great job there by Ikio, looking to try to finish that one off, and that's going to be a panicle getting dropped here by Pachu, as Bravery is the only hope for the team to do much of anything, but unfortunately he may not. So Bravery looking to try to run on in, doesn't seem to touch the point, dashes on in, and doesn't do much of anything with it. That's going to be a round one for OwOSA.
So that really wasn't a whole lot of team fights. After the initial, Brave came in and circled all the way around point. Now you see that sometimes people going behind, but he went the other way. The team got split up, and the rest was just one long team fight staggering. 3 of his teammates were able to stay near point, but they weren't able to really kill anything. They weren't able to even the battle. So even though they were there once the teammates got back, it had given Nasif plenty of time to charge his ult, as well as McBean to get a second ult. And so staying, I think, ultimately hurt them more than if they had just said, okay, I'm going to jump off, bye, and come back in as a whole team.
Right, that hard reset is absolutely important. Some people just have to remember when it's important to do so. If you've only got like 2 people left and they've got 4, maybe not.
It is. And when you're on the complete other side of the map from your spawn, there is no softer sets.
Got it. So here we go. The next battle does come on in, and Saikon does get that first pick here. Oh no! What happened? That would have been absolutely perfect. Sora could have been caught completely out of position. Doesn't matter, as Nat looking to do some solid work. Nasif Khan does get taken out, and this battle starting to run in favor here on the side of Monarch. McBean is going to get 3v1'd, going to get completely destroyed, and Nat looking to try to stay alive, but that's just going to be a little bit too much. She backs out just in time. Her pursuers are still going on her, and Mosaic might have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew. The backup does come in from Dank Monkey, and it seems like OwOSA has to try it again.
I think that was extremely brave of the D.Va to go in chasing that melee like that. He was able to get out, but there's just not a fight I'd want to take as a D.Va.
No, not at all. That is horrendous. So here we go. Next battle does come on out, and that wall does come out clutch. The hammer down comes on in. That's a huge whiff, and nothing they could do. D.Va Bomb comes out, and Zentoxin gets taken out. Bravery looking to try to get a pick here on Nat, and Ikio just getting caught completely out of position. Manages to back up and regroup with the team, and OwOSA gets sent reeling. Have to try it again.
You know, that fight, I think the teams kind of just switched mentality from the last map. Monarch came in, they focused targets, they were good to go. The other team got split on either side of that little wall with the health pack behind it, and it cost them at least one person in the D.Va Bomb, and then the rest of it fell apart.
Ooh, and Nasif Khan throwing a fire strike into the D.Va defense matrix. There comes Ikio looking to try to hold on to just a little bit of that high ground. That's going to be Sora getting taken out. The hammer down comes out, and what just happened? Mother of bugs, what went on? That fire strike, or that hammer down shockwave reached so high up, and Friendly Fire does drop that ultimate. Mosaic taking out Dank Monkey, and Zentoxin is going to be one of the only few still alive. Saikon trying to Reddit Lucio his way over to victory, and that could be an issue here as Mosaic just caught completely out of position. The battle still ensuing, though, and here comes the grab, and that's going to be absolute curtains here for the side of OwOSA. They are unable to get anyone. Oh, I lied. They managed to get their Lucio onto the point as the rest of the team looks to try to finish him off. Dank Monkey is not long for this world, and that's going to be the end of that as Monarch brings it back decidedly.
So that grab, first off, was beautiful. And following up on that, a lot of times when you see that one person from the enemy, like the Tracer or the Samba or Lucio, on the point like that, everybody turns around to try to get them, and it's ultimately their downfall because now they have the entire enemy to their back, and they can't get to the point by the time they cap. It just ends up being a mess. They didn't do that. They focused the grab. One person started going to point, and that's how you're supposed to do it. And that's why they took the fight.
Man, you know how many times you see it on Hanamura? There's one person on point, and the Reinhardt just turns completely around. Like, no,
oh my gosh, we all have to go.
Stay. No, stay. See that wall? Stay there. Like,
if the thing on the point isn't a sim turret, don't all go. Or a sim teleporter. Just one person.
You're right. So here we go. The next battle is gonna start coming in underway as we have Naseeb Khan playing his absolute favorite ball. He does get Discord Orb, but he's looking to try to be a little bit more of a distraction than normal with that backline pressure here with Ikeo. Now that battle's still continuing as Bravery does take out Dank Monkey. Dank Monkey just not long for this world, and that's going to be a solid GOATS composition, and it doesn't seem like OwOSA is going to have much of anything to say against it. They're just really split up at this point. Nat looking to try to get an angle here as the Widowmaker, but it's not going to be enough. Ikeo having to back off, and here goes Monarch holding it once again as we're moving into the 10% mark.
Usually, when people on these streams bring up GOATS, they post the really annoying copy pasta. But Monarch was like, you know what, we're gonna do it. I don't care what you think. Watch us take this point. And it worked for them beautifully.
And as we said earlier, GOATS dominated. So here we go. Ikeo does have that ultimate available, and it's just absolutely nutty right now. But great job here by Monarch, just sticking together, staying around. And that's going to be a good charge here. Dank Monkey, though, might be in a bad spot. Zentoxin does get that pick here on Bravery. And here he comes. It's going to be Naseeb popping the mines, looking to try to finish someone off. But great job by Friendly Fire. Does have that ultimate available and is going to play Minesweeper for the next few seconds. And that's going to be absolutely rough. They've got to hurry up and get a pick before Bravery finds his way back in onto the point. There's just no focus fire, and Bravery has found his way back in onto the point. Here comes the ultimate coming out from Zentoxin. Oh, and Psycon gets taken out, but not before he brings back and keeps the team alive from Oblivion. Here comes the Graviton Surge, and here comes the counter looking to try to finish that one off. Doesn't get anyone, but oh my god! That's going to be a hammer down coming out here from Bravery, and it doesn't seem like OwOSA really has any ground underneath their feet.
I have to give them props for trying. That was a good team fight. It was a long team fight. They put in a lot of effort, and it could have gone their way, but little things here and there ultimately can cost you a game, and I think that's what happened. I think a big part of that right now is running the Tracer and the Sombra. They don't have a lot of damage coming out of those boats.
Oh, here it comes as the ultimate does get dropped here by Nat, and that's going to be huge if it manages to pick up the kills. That's going to be one here on Bravery, but is that going to be it? As Friendly Fire does drop that ultimate to try to keep the rest of the team alive. Zentoxin does get demeched as they're still trying to survive and stay on this point. Naseeb Khan is still looking to try to keep this going, and that's Mosaic landing another kill here. That's going to be absolutely huge, and now Naseeb Khan has no other choice but go for the spin to win. He does get stunned, and that's going to be it. OwOSA is now down 2-0. Monarch is doing fantastic.
And for those of you watching the Twitch conversation, thank you, son, for posting the copy pasta.
I love this intro. I'm sorry. That intro is just fantastic. I would have just let you know right now.
Everything Hamster is fantastic, especially if you're Naseeb.
Alrighty, so that was a good finish. Great job there by OwOSA, able to get that first point, but it just didn't seem like they were able to hold on to it too long. My question is, why didn't they just go like a counter GOATS? Yeah, at a certain point, you may as well.
I'm really not sure why they didn't. I don't know if it's just not having their entire roster here, or if it's something they struggle with. Like I said, I haven't been able to watch these two teams lately, and I'm glad I'm getting to now. They're both doing fantastic jobs. Sometimes people just don't want to run what would counter the enemy team. They aren't comfortable on it. They haven't been practicing it. What they've been practicing has been working, so they think, okay, that's not the issue.
God.
And it's a million different reasons they could have not countered them a little bit better. But like I said, I think a lot of that was having just so little damage and not having a defensive ult against the Zarya. So they had 3 characters that I don't really think fit their comp really well. And for whatever reason, they decided to keep those. And I can't say why, so...
Alrighty, well thank you Triforce Power for joining us here. Thank you for the follow. And here we go, hitting the halftime portion. So we do have a video made by Elfie. Please take the time, go ahead and grab yourself a drink, hit the bathroom, do whatever it is that you need to do, and we'll see you guys back here in about 5 minutes.
Hashtag for Elfie.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Do something!
NANI?
Fire its will! Heroes never die.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Happy feet. One more combo. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco. I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Look at Ares.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for waiting for us. If you're still hanging out with us, great. And if you just joined us, well, here we are as the O.C.C. scrims. We are doing our plats tonight, where right now Monarch is up 2-0. Monarch, for those of you who don't know, Monarch currently has the lowest rankings in terms of the plat teams. OwOSA is number 2, so this is going to be an extremely upsetting match. This has been, I don't know if you saw, but it has been an extreme week of just upsets. Like,
it has. Thursday night was mind-blowing.
Yeah, Thursday night, Void lost for the first time. Wednesday night, Game of Thrones lost for the first time. I mean, you know, it's ridiculous on how some of these things shift. And really, I enjoy seeing it because, you know, it lets me know that, you know, well, one lets me know that the players are human. You know, sometimes you show up and you're just not having a good day. Other times, you know, your team's getting in together, you know, whether it's 2, 3, or all 6, doing some VOD reviews, talking about some plays, and that really helps. You know, some people really just don't get that idea that it's just sitting around, maybe playing with one of your teammates and kind of building that synergy is really, really important.
It is, and for certain things like Zarya, Bubbles, and Ryan, Diva, and Winston, you don't have to have a full team practice to get synergy down with those combinations. I think, you know, I hate to see any team lose, but not everybody can win. You know, this isn't Pee Wee softball. So
everybody's
I
a
hate
winner.
to see it. I hate to see it. But you know, seeing some of the underdogs come out, it's nothing against the team that lost. It's nothing against the people that were winning every single game. They're still putting in the work. If they hadn't been, we wouldn't be seeing so many wins from them. But to see the teams that are losing more often come back and take it isn't just a testament to their practicing, but they're sitting there losing, and they're like, you know what? We don't have to. We're going to keep going. We're not going to quit. We're going to keep trying until we do it. And I don't see any team really not doing that. They're all like, okay, we can do it. A little bit harder, a little bit more.
Yeah, and
One more match.
Look at it on like a Friday night. If you're just kind of scrolling down, you just see a lot of these teams just full up in their personal chats. It's ridiculous the amount of people that are just kind of sitting there going at it day by day, and you know, it's refreshing. It really is to know that, you know, people aren't just blaming each other. They're being introspective. They're thinking, well, what can I do to contribute to my team to try to make things work?
They are, and a lot of times I don't just see teams in their own chats. I see other people from other teams coming in and helping them, filling when they need it, answering questions when they need it, and that's really great to see.
Alrighty, so here we go. That's a huge fire strike, getting Bravery up to 38% relatively quickly as the battle does start off. Ikeo is going to take over as the main tank in that front line. Looks like they're going for something just a little bit too cheesy, and they're rushing on in. But there they got to be careful. Oh, that shield comes in just in time, but they've got to hurry up and finish it. Bravery did have that ultimate available, and Friendly Fire is about to get picked off if not careful. Oh, but that's Mosaic. Or I'm sorry, Sora managing to land that pick. And it seems that it's going to be OwOSA with a cheeky play, able to make it work. Friendly Fire looking to try to hold on. But honestly, an Ana is no match for a Swingin' Ryan.
You know, I wish I was clever enough to come up with a name for this sim like Samara. If anybody has ideas, please give it to me, because Dank just killed it. That was beautiful. And that's exactly what I was talking about a couple minutes ago when we were discussing that sim teleporter on point. That's when you all need to turn around. I was worried about the Mei initially, but once they put that on the point and she walled them, half the team off from getting back in, it was a good play and it was a good decision on their part, I think.
Yep, so here they go, and they're trying to ride that forward momentum. Xanthoxin wearing his favorite team. I think, yeah, it's the Fusion skins, and looks like they're going to just start rushing on in. Considering where they're going to start in, what angle, and they've got to be careful though, because Mosaic is going to be playing that Widow. That initial battle the initial fight does start out, and Mosaic looking to try to finish him off. Oh, and that's going to be a huge pick here by Nat. Xanthoxin getting yet another pick, and Bravery just getting a lot of damage coming his way. Here comes a High Noon looking to finish him off, but great defense here, as it looks like it's going to be Nassif still running on in, looking to try to finish someone off, and they're holding on. Oh, the hammer down comes in. What is that? What in the world just went down? For some reason, he managed to survive, and here we go. Naseef Khan looking to try to be the forerunner of the team. Pachu still up into the front lines, and that's going to be Mosaic still trying to hold on, and that's a Doxson holding off for as much as he physically could. The sleep does come on in. Oh, and that's going to be heavy as Naseef Khan does get protected by the team, and here they go looking to finish this one off. And OwOSA finding a breath of fresh air during that off time may be able to grab this one, but Mosaic does pick off Zentoxin in solid time. And here it comes. Friendly Fire is still able to do some solid work. Sora coming on back, and Bravery looking to try to do some solid work. The ultimate does come out here from Psycon, and it's going to be Naseef trying to go in with the save. The Kamehameha does come out, though, by McBean as the pick does come out on Psycon. And here they go. Mosaic does get the pick here on Nat, and they're doing everything possible to try to make it work. Naseef Khan still in that foray, able to work it off, and that's going to be Friendly Fire getting completely soda-walted. And that's going to be it. OwOSA managing to complete this map.
So that insane Rhine charge on the side of Naseef came in at the perfect time where it booped the enemy Rhine while he was trying to shatter, and then it pinned him before he could shatter. And, you know, after that, there are times when you trickle in to save the point and help the clock, and there are times where you just go ahead and say, we need to regroup as big as possible to keep them from getting the other 2 ticks. And I think that was the downfall there. They did stall for a little bit, but there's still 4 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock because of how fast that first point was taken.
I'm gonna point out here, not your Vader. Overwatch League is over. Time to watch better Overwatch League. Hey, that's my man.
Yeah, we have loud tracks. And Boot. Say hi, Boot.
What's up? Happy holidays.
That's why we better.
That's
Who needs
why
Overwatch League?
I want the tokens, man. I need my skins.
That's honestly the only reason that I have it in the background. It's just goats versus goats, and other than that, no thanks.
Other than that, no thanks. So here they go. The next battle is going to start off, and it's going to have to be relatively impressive here from the side of Monarch. They may be running that Symmetra one more time to try to go ahead and cheese the enemy team. Ikeo is playing on your favorite here, the Pharah.
Oh, I love Pharah.
No
Pharah
doubt.
is life. Pharah is life.
Stop. No, I'm not, I'm not
You
going
know, I'm
to...
actually really surprised that Nat's not running the Mei here. Like I said, it worked on attack, which you don't normally see, but she is fantastic on defense here. So I'm a little surprised, but I'm looking forward to seeing what she does on the McCree.
Alrighty, so the initial battle is going to start off once again, and the Battle of the Rhines does kick off, and they've got to be careful where they go ahead and drop this. Great stun there by Nat, as Bravery could be going down. Great picks here coming out from Ikeo, and they are able to finish it off. Unbelievable work here by Ikeo, and he is just relentless, looking to try to get another pick, and for some reason, chasing after this Reinhardt has to get out of there. But it's going to be Monarch gonna be sending back. Gonna have to try it again.
You know, it was a little risky, and probably not the smartest idea, but I bet that Ryan's just slightly shaken up because of Ikio's play there.
He might be. But that's Sora getting a solid pick here. And now, as he switches over to the Ashe, Mosaic does switch over. And here they go. Amplification Matrix going to cause just so much damage against them. Oh, and that's going to be a missed dynamite, as Ikeo's going to have to try to find another angle in which to make it work. But it doesn't matter, as they've got to be careful. There's just so much damage coming their way. Monarch just rushing their way in onto the point. That's going to be a 1-for-1 pick. Here comes the Amplification Matrix here on the side of OwOSA, and that's going to be absolutely dangerous. Sora getting the pick, though, on down. Oh, my God, the hammer down comes in, and that's just going to completely delete OwOSA. They are going to have to... We have to back up, try it again, as Monarch has some solid time. 6 minutes and 23 seconds remaining.
I think Sora was a huge part of that fight, not only for taking out the McCree, even though that was pretty late in it, but for taking out that Pharah where they took out that Pharah. The Mercy came in and rezzed, but by the time the Mercy got back to her team, and then the Pharah finally tried, the Pharah got killed, and they still didn't have everybody, so you have to wonder if killing everybody instead of that res would have been more beneficial.
Ooh, and the battle starting off one more time. Dank Monkey's got to be careful, as Nat managing to get a solid pick here, trying to do just some really, really quick work on whatever hits she can. And Mosaic, managing to win that battle. Ikkyo still up into the sky, but it may be... Wow, unbelievable work. McBean is the only one left onto the point. Dank Monkey comes in just too little, too late, and he's just trying to fly around, trying to hold on for dear life. Nat comes out as the Widow, and Ikkyo managing to switch over. Oh, the hammer down comes on out, doesn't hit anybody. That's going to be huge here coming out from Nassif. Nat switching over to the Mei, and Bob does come out. The amplification matrix is still going to come out and work in favor of Friendly Fire, and it doesn't seem like OwOSA has much of an answer. Unbelievably, these teams they're going to be coming in with the exact same time bank, if not just a little bit different.
Oh!
It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
It is. That's beautiful.
What? Oh no, this is gonna be one of those.
Is what we call good, even, fair gameplay, and it's beautiful.
648, 458, 458. Wow.
Contract.
What?
You should be knowing how to count by now, especially since you're raising a small child.
Easy.
And you should be teaching this.
He's still
That's a 4.
He's still trying to eat his hands, okay? He still thinks his hands are delicious.
Oh, that's adorable.
We're not at the counting phase yet. He's getting close.
Okay, okay, well, I expect you to know every single episode where Count teaches everything.
he does.
Better have that on a playlist.
He does like Sesame Street. Skedaddle. This is the. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to ask. Like, is this the platinum division? Because this definitely is the plat division. If you have anything more specific, though, I'd be more than happy to answer that for you. And yes, the Bob Ross. He's going to be watching a little bit of Bob Ross.
Everybody loves Bob Ross. If you don't love Bob Ross and Richard Simmons, I don't know what planet you're.
Richard Simmons.
Those are the two. Everybody loves them.
Wait, which is the workout one?
Richard Simmons does the like. Yeah, my mom has all his VHSs. Still, I don't know if they work.
Oof, VHS, easy. I'm not ready to go back that far in time. Alrighty,
We're gonna see Nat on the May. I'm excited.
Oh, and that's going to be a huge wall. No, great job there by Bravery, able to just bait it out, and Zentoxin might be caught out of position here as Ikkyo does get taken out, and that's gonna be Monarch just pushing her way on in, unapologetically. Friendly Fire doing some crazy work with this Baptiste, and Dank Monkey might be in a terrible spot. Nat has the backup of her teammate, but unable to do anything. Friendly Fire is just crazy on this Baptiste.
Baptiste is also alive. No, the big thing I saw there is that wall. So many people get tricked into putting that wall up too early. It's better to be overly cautious and catch 2 people on your side than it is to catch nobody, because then your wall effectively did nothing but buy you 2 seconds.
Okay, so I see what Skedaddle's asking for. Frost is currently in first, OwOSA second, Aether third, and Monarch in last place. So here we go. The next battle is underway. Ikkyo switching over to the Widow, as it seems like it's going to be the entirety of Monarch rushing on in. Nassif Khan just does not have any backup whatsoever. Here comes the dash, looking to try to get someone, but that's going to be on absolutely no one. And Zentoxin may be the only one here on this point, getting a little bit of backup here from McBean. Oh, but Mosaic managing to finish one off, and that's going to be absolutely huge. Oh, hammer down does come on in, and Nassif Khan just looking to clear it on out. Great job there, as OwOSA is able to hold it off. Yeah, they're able to hold it off. Great job there. Wow. I did not think they were going to be able to do it. I thought Monarch was just coming in incredibly aggressive.
Nassif went for it, and a big part of the reason he was able to win that fight, other than team numbers, was McBean's anti-nade, which have been on point all night. So that was really a great team effort between those two. And other than that ult against Ikkyo, there's really nothing to counter Ikkyo, nothing that can get up to him. So all of that together is really working in their favor.
Oh, and here they go. Ikkyo just trying to thread a needle, looking to try to get a quick and easy pick. But it looks like Monarch is not going to go in for that heavy push. They know better. They know they do need to wait just a little bit. And that wall hack is going to end They're going to back up and wait for Mosaic to get there.
They are. Sometimes that's all you can do, especially if you know you don't really have anything to go after that Widow. If she's been getting picks, you definitely want to stay behind that wall maybe just a couple seconds longer.
Ooh, so here it comes. Sora does get EQ. That's going to be huge. Amplification Matrix does come on out as the rest of the team just looks to back out. They don't want to give him as much as possible. Bob is on play on the field. And here it comes. This ultimate might be the one that ends it. The hammer down comes out. That's completely whiffed. The counter comes out here by Nassif as he's nano boosted, looking to try to get a pick. Bravery is hacked, and that might be what spells the end for him. And they're just swinging. Huge anti-nade does come out, but the backup here from Pachu is able to work. Nassif Khan, oh my god, great save there. Comes out from McBean, but Pachu just has so much damage coming in their way, and Nat looking to try to hold on to the dream with nothing more than ability and some hope. And then Doxson comes out, looking to rush on in. Dank Monkey loses the ability of holding on to the walls. And there comes Ikeo, trying to get into that back line, trying to get a pick, but Mosaic just has his name, just has his number. And here comes a big hack. Will this be what the team needs and more? McBean jumping in onto the point, and there's just no picks coming in favor of OwOSA. And that's going to be the end of that, and it is an absolute slugfest tonight.
This is one of those times where you definitely want to push for that stall. Tracer came in and helped, but against that McCree, it's really risky. Ikeo did a great job of switching as well, but those Zarya bubbles.
Those Zarya bubbles, I'm saying, dude.
Pichu's bubble on Rhine was a game changer, I think, for that fight, because Pichu's Rhine was antied, Pichu's Rhine was low.
Real quick. Pichu or Pichu? I need to know.
I don't know.
Is it Pichu? Because I like Pichu. I'm a Pokemon fan. I need to know because it's throwing me off here. If he's
the godlike Zarya had amazing bubbles. And I think that was a big turning point for that fight in their favor.
No. You're absolutely right. A lot of good was coming in from. I'm gonna just go with Pichu. A lot of good was coming in from Pichu's bubbles. So much protection, a lot of good cleanses, and had so much damage at their disposal. It was unfortunate because OwOSA just couldn't do anything about it.
And a lot of times you see really great bubbles come in when they're fighting in a choke or they're fighting together. But, I mean, we're seeing bubbles across point when a lot of Zaryas would be like, wait, where's my Rhine?
Alrighty.
So I have to give props for that.
Here we go, and we are coming into a pause. That's going to be an oof. Please, let's get an F in for the chat for whoever it is that's having connection issues. That being said, though, I do want to answer not your Vader's question. Yes, I've seen the count censored, and it is absolutely hilarious. Have you heard any of those, Amara?
I have not. I have not been around small children in a very long time, with the exception of one adorable child, and I know all the names of the ponies. But other than that, I know nothing of these things anymore.
No. This one, it's basically like they're showing the count, but they're censoring it, so it sounds like he's saying dirty things, and you're like, he's not. It's
perfect and beautiful, and there are minors, so I can't encourage watching this, but I might have to. The only thing I know about any of those things is that Dorothy is the star of the show.
What?
Because goldfish are awesome.
Dorothy. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know why I remember the fish, but I remember Elmo's fish.
Dorothy the goldfish. Hey,
that
dude.
All I've got.
Hey, dude. Don't hate on Elmo, okay? Don't hate.
Elmo's amazing.
But
you're not a dad until you can do the Elmo voice.
No, I'm
legit.
Not. You know what? No, don't do that, because I hear every time somebody imitates an Elmo, Crunch Bite shows up, and it makes me nervous. It really does.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle that right now.
I can do it spot on, but I'll spare all of you.
Sorry, Crunch. I have to deal with you next week, so.
Oh yeah, you guys.
For now,
you guys are gonna do the thing. That's right.
We're gonna do the thing. It's really just an excuse for a bunch of us to meet Elfie. But there's an Overwatch event too, so I guess that'll be fun. But
there's that Overwatch thing looming. Yeah, kind of.
This is the definition of for Elfie. So actually, about a mile from where I live. Is where the Overwatch home games for Fuel will be played next week.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is so close to my apartment that if I get on the highway, I will go past it because there is no exit.
So you got to go local. That sucks.
Yep, so it is very close to me. I'm super excited to meet a whole bunch of people. And then, of course, next month.
See, the unfortunate for me, unfortunate thing for me is I'm an XL fan. I'm an NYXL fan, but
No,
I live
it's
in.
okay. We still love you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because you have a cute baby.
Best team in the league. Okay. And screw Vancouver. So those biases aside, I can't really do much of anything. Like, Florida is our home team, and I'd love to go to a game. Honestly, I think I would, just to go get drunk and just scream out loud to a bunch of Overwatch. I think
I would be down to getting a little tipsy if I didn't know how expensive the alcohol was at the finals last year. So
just pregame forehead.
Amara's gonna find a water fountain.
A water fountain? No.
Yeah.
No. Thank
Amara
you.
gonna keep it calm.
I don't know, man. It's a little pricey, but a little pregame, maybe a beer or two, just to kind of keep you going. I think
I'd make some root beer.
Ew, why? I'm not a fan of root beer. I just am not.
I don't know what's wrong with you. Again, I forgive you because you have a cute child, but
You get to meet this cute child here.
I'm so excited.
Actually, she's here to meet the cute baby in about a month, where we are going to
That's
have...
the only reason we're all going.
Just the
By the way, if you are going, please put #meetup in the chat, because why not?
Because we will be seeing you guys when we do meet up. So it was Dank Monkey. So here we go. The battle is going to start already, and they're just going to wait for Dank Monkey to get loaded in, and he is actually ready. So here we go. The Brine battle is just going to start off initially, and they're trying to consider what angle they're trying to get in here, and they do manage to pop it, but oh, they were ready. They were ready for the cheekiness, and Sora able to pick up two here. Unreal work. It's going to be the entirety of OwOSA getting backed out.
There are two ways to play that situation. It's kill them all before they get the TP up, or kill the TP, or let them think they're going to get through and destroy them on the other side. And that's exactly what they did, and it worked beautifully. It also caught Syntoxin out. Not that a Zen can do much against 6 people on a point, but...
Ooh, and that's going to be a close, staunch save. And somebody decided to wake up an angry Bravery. But here they go. Naseef Khan against Bravery. They're going at it. And here comes the ultimate. Oh, Mosaic manages to land a few picks. And that's going to be Naseef managing to pick up 2 here as the rest of the team is rushing in, trying to keep it alive. And I'm confused as to why you were coughing, but Dank Monkey is the only one left. Does get taken out.
I'm dying. Okay, forgive me.
And that's going to be OwOSA going to get sent back to try it again.
Running the sim is good and bad here. If you don't get use out of that teleporter, you can still get a lot of use once you get on the point with high charge in a small confined area. But after a couple pushes, I think the smart move is exactly what Dank did and switched off.
But I do know that he is a support main, so this is going to be just a little bit weird. They do lose that front line, and they do manage to... Oh, that's going to be a huge one. Dank Monkey is just a little bit out of position. A little bit. I meant a lot bit out of position. And now it looks like... A lot of bit? I like a lot.
I like that word.
A lot of it. But it looks like they're going to have to back off. They're just not going to be able to hold on to that for too long.
I think that first push with the sim worked so well for them the first time they did it. I'm not sure they know how to come in and change their comp when it didn't work.
Ooh, and this is too much damage against Naseef Khan, but here it comes as they're starting to push their way on in. The barrier is destroyed, and that's a huge anti-nade. Oh, Naseef Khan coming in just a little too late. Mosaic does get that pick here on McBeanbean, and there goes Mosaic looking to try to get a pick. Doesn't get it done, though, as Ikio helps finish this one off. Here they go, looking to try to keep that going, and Friendly Fire is not a good place here to try to get that going. That's going to go ahead and be a finish here, and that's going to be Friendly Fire just going in for a hard reset.
That far into the fight, especially when the enemies had a Zarya, it's really risky to go ahead and throw that Zen ult out there. But they took the risk, and ultimately it paid off, but it could hurt them on this next point, especially since Zendox is only 63% to ult, and Pichu here has his.
Ooh.
So let's see how that works. Zen can get it. I've seen Zen's, including Zen, get ults pretty fast. So Zen, you're making me confused. Get off Zen.
So here we go, and that's going to be a defensive ult, and here they go. They drop that Mei ult right up top, and that might be a huge misspend. And that's going to be a huge pick here, and that's just going to be the swinging Rhines. First one to lose it, loses, and here they go, continuing on in. Pichu does get taken out, and Sora is just looking to hold on to this with a dream, and unreal. This cannot happen again. If they get this with the same time, I don't know what to do. They finish that one out. Here they go with yet another one. Here comes Bravery, looking to try to get a solid pick, and the hammer down comes out from Bravery, trying to clean up this work, and oh no, what could have been their saving grace is going to end it for them. They just can't seem to finish it. Bob looking to hold on, and it seems like OwOSA with nothing more than a sliver to get this final point.
It's close. They still have a chance to come in and do a fight and take this. I hope they do. I want to see even more of these beautiful games. But you're right, that Mei ult, it came from a beautiful position. It was just a couple seconds too late. It threw them off, but not enough to disrupt them and take the point, obviously. So.
Yeah, so here they go. They've got about 1 or 2 more chances, depending on how quickly they finish these fights. So the initial battle is coming off. Ikkyo just barely getting out of there with their lives, as Nasif Khan is still building that foray in that front lines, trying to get a solid pick, and Pichu just able to do some solid work, booping him off, and Nat getting the pick here on Bravery, but Sora able to finish off Nasif Khan, and there's just so many different angles in which you could go ahead and get on this. Nat looking to try to help out with the rest of the team, but there's just nothing that they can do. Huge anti-nade does come out, though, in favor of McBean, and they do have Nat able to make solid work, but Mosaic manages to finish this one off, and it's going to be Monarch taking the W tonight. It's a week of upsets. It's what this is.
It is, and they're beautiful, and they're close games, and I don't know how we could ask for anything more.
And there goes Mosaic. That's a look at that. Oh no! Oh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
That was beautiful, but it feels so wrong.
They fed it, or they read it like a book, man.
They did. You know, you can only run comps like that so many times before the enemy's like, you know, I think this is what they're gonna do. So at a certain point, you kind of have to think, well, they're expecting it, so let's not do it.
Ooh. Skedaddle, looks like you're not getting your reverse sweep, dude, unfortunately. But them's the works, man. And that's the wonderful thing about games like this. Who knows who's going to win it? So, as of right now, Monarch has beaten OwOSA in this series for tonight. However, I believe OwOSA still maintains the second slot here, so they're still vying for going to the playoffs come the middle of May. So they're still able to hold it on. If they can get their point on the map, though, they can at least have an extra point, at least in terms of maps, in order to push themselves or keep themselves in that second place slot.
That, and I would personally be disappointed if we didn't have another game that's that beautiful to watch. So, since it's been a while since I've been up in this stream like this, I want more. I want all the beautiful, beautiful games.
All the games?
All of them. I want to watch all of them.
But do you really though?
Except when I'm losing, then I don't want to watch that one.
Oh, that's hard. It's hard to watch, isn't it? Oh.
It's okay though. It's okay. Smile is just it's a strategy.
It's a strategy.
We just hope when you think we can't win against a certain team, we coming for them.
Not gonna lie though, I'm really waiting on the time we do get another diamond team, and their name is Frown. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want that rivalry. I want it so bad.
This does not happen. I don't know what I'll do. That would be too funny. That would be too. But there'd have to be a story behind it, because we have a story behind the name of Smile.
So Skedaddle, as of right now, we're still working out what is going to be the prize per division for that first place. We're still working out amongst the admin team as to what really it's going to be it. because we're really just organizing everything, we don't really have like a prize pool, because these teams, nobody in these teams just kind of came in and said, all right, I'm just gonna be part of the team. No, they applied, they went through a vetting process, and then they eventually got placed here, or they moved up from other teams. As we were talking about earlier, Bravery started off in a silver division and ended up coming up into platinum. This is really more of like a learning server. We use these matches to kind of showcase, kind of keep that competitive energy going, but at the same time, you're really getting together with other people, getting put into positions in which you can really learn and understand better your rules. So that's what I got on that one.
We're all here to listen to Loudrex talk.
Really,
That's it. That's all of it. That's fine.
So here we go.
That and Alex.
That and Alex. So here we go. The next battle is going to be underway. Ikkyo is going to be on the point, and Nat getting a solid pick here on Sora. Great job here by Dank Monkey, looking to keep that main source of damage alive, and Bravery just has absolutely no answer for it. Nassif Khan in that front line can afford to be the street pig, as Bacon does say. So that's another pick here, and oh my god, that's going to be curtains for Bravery. That's just a ridiculous shotgun blast to the face. Pichu does lose it, and that's going to be a solid point A grab here on the side of OwOSA.
Both of these comps coming out the gate, they're risky, because a lot of time you get this Bastion on the payload, and a lot of times you don't. A lot of times you'll even see the Bastion on the opposite side of that. So if you're coming in, you're like 50-50, they have a Bastion, they don't, and you decide that they don't, you're running the comp that they came out with, and the Bastion melts you, there's not a lot you can do in that particular moment to change it, especially on a slow-moving character like Orisa. If you have a Rhine, you can kind of back up, wait till they get to that corner and dive down on them, which we've seen before, but again, it's 50-50. People run all sorts of things on this map, and you never know which one you're going to get.
All right, here comes the next battle coming up underway, and they're looking to just dive on in on Ikkyo, and that might be a little bit more than he can handle, and that is going to be justly so. They do have an nano-boosted Bravery, looking to try to finish this one off, but he's going on the hunt, managing to get Dank Monkey, and that's going to be it here for the side of OwOSA.
This goes back to Numbani. You see a Bastion. Stop being scared of him, just go for it. And again, that's what they did, and it's winning them team fights against Bastions tonight.
Stop being scared of him. I love it. It's like
stop being scared.
said,
he's a lovable robot. He loves nature. His best friend's a bird. Just get in his face. He'll get flustered. You win.
Aw, poor Bastion. And I do want to say, yes, Trippy, you never did send me that picture though. Send me that picture of how that turned out. I talked to my buddy and he gave me one as well, and I think it looks fantastic on my wall. So alrighty, here we go. The ultimate does come out. Sora just managing to get one, looking to try to get two, but Zenthoxin managing to get that solid pick as they're pushing their way forward. Mosaic in that back line, looking to make life hell here for the rest of the team, and Friendly Fire has to jump in onto the point, but Mosaic is just doing some solid work here as the rest of the team is able to jump on in and finish this one off. Nassif Khan doing some crazy work, getting saved here by Nat. Here come the Dragons, looking to try to clear up God knows what, over where. All I know is that these Dragons are coming out, looking to try to land it on someone. These are just very split teams right now. Friendly Fire throwing in quite a bit of damage as Pichu comes back and gets into that front line. Here it comes. Will that Diva Bomb land it on someone? And that's going to be on Zenthoxin. That is just terribly unfortunate, as Ikkyo does get taken out, and now it looks like it's going to be OwOSA going to get sent back to try it again.
That entire section of the map was very interesting to watch. You had one team had the advantage. The other team took a really risky move by staying on that Bastion just a little bit longer, and it allowed them to get the point, move it forward a little bit. But throwing the Dragons out there, although sometimes it can help you push the point further, it really didn't split very many people off because the enemy was just coming back. So you ended up, like you said, with two split teams, and Monarch took the advantage.
Alrighty, so here they go, getting on into this next battle. Nassif Khan looking to try to isolate the Zen, and that's going to be yet another pick, and it might be OwOSA gonna have to back out. Dank Monkey going for an extremely risky res as Nassif Khan is back in that front line. Pichu losing the mech, and here we go. Mosaic does have the nano boost, and he looks like he's trying to just really take down Harambe, and unfortunately he is going to take down Ikio. So that's going to be a big one here. Bravery in that front line might be getting deleted. And then it doesn't look like it's going to be so. Manages to get out of there. I did want to go ahead and give an not an announcement, but just more like a friendly heads up. The more people we have supporting us, more money we can have, the more that we can give back to you guys in terms of giveaway and so on. It's for the better, man. It really comes out of the community support, and whatever you guys can do is really, really helpful. So here we go. A barrage of ultimates have been dropped, but it doesn't seem like OwOSA has picked up where they're going to be. They are gaining the space though, and Nassif Khan has got to be careful. Great job here as the nano boost looks to keep him alive, and now Bravery's just going angry monkey. Here it comes. Diva Bomb coming up into the sky. Oh, and it doesn't look like it can take him out just yet. Mosaic able to take out one, and now we've got Bravery nano boosted, and that might be everything that they need in order to finish this one off. It's going to be Friendly Fire just able to throw out so much against them, and here it comes, and Thoxin just has absolutely no one to back him up. And oh, no they're not. No, they're not. Oh, that's just the feels bad. That's just, that feels bad. That's just a stagger.
Rest in peace, Diva. If you're ever in that situation, find the closest squishy, aim for their head, and hope and pray that killing you is worth more to them than keeping their other person alive.
Exactly. So, here we go. Last 20 seconds, and they might be able to go with this full stop here. Initial shots are going to go ahead and get fired as Ikio is down below, does have his ultimate available, and they've got to try to get a solid pick, but Pichu has got eyes on him, and that's going to be the hack. That might be the hack that saves the world. That's going to be two here. Friendly Fire in a bad spot, gets taken out, and Ikio might be the hero that OwOSA deserves, but no, Bravery is not going to go down without a fight. Looking to try to just throw in as much damage as humanly possible, but he doesn't have a lot left in him. Does get taken out, and OwOSA is still alive in this push.
That is not a hack that we see very often. I don't know if you noticed, but instead of focusing the main team or being out in the open, Nat came in and hacked where the tanks could not get back to their team immediately. And it gave the soldier a chance to kill all the squishies.
And that's what you want. You want those squishies completely out of position to get that aimbot to do the work that he needs to do. Nassif Khan popping that ultimate, getting angry monkey on everyone, trying to push people off into the side, and that's Pichu. Gonna get put to sleep in that backline though, and is that going to be worth it? They did lose Dank Monkey, and that's gonna be another pick here. Mosaic gets down Ikio, and the battle's still kind of going on. Nassif Khan though, looking to try to finish off, and here it comes, the Diva Bomb. Oh, that's gonna be a double here from Xanthoxin. That ultimate is not going to be enough here from Psycon, as Psycon has that backup from Friendly Fire. Here comes the ultimate getting dropped here by Dank Monkey as Xanthoxin tries to get that high ground. They're running out of time. They've only got 30 seconds remaining, and they've got to make these count. Nat in that backline looking for a delicious pick, but it might not be enough. And here it comes. Ikio does have that ultimate available. Oh no! There was just nothing they could do. They're still pushing their way on in, and Bravery in that backline, they are stuck between a rock and a hard place, and Xanthoxin trying to be the best tank he can, but cannot do anything with that ultimate, and that's going to be it. OwOSA cannot complete this map.
You know, when you're playing Diva and you see a McCree doing that, your first instinct is obviously to get up in his face, but with such little time on the time bank, and with you and only the Ana on the point, if you don't get in his face, your Ana becomes more vulnerable. But if you do get in his face, she becomes more vulnerable to the rest of the team. So you can't win. And it was a beautiful play from McCree because nothing could be done.
I just think it was the worst because like Ikio popped that ultimate, is going and making some kills. The Diva Bomb is behind him, so he's sprinting forward. He's trying to get out of the way, and then he sees two dragons coming up in his face. There is just nothing. You just can't do anything. At that point, you just, I don't know, you just sit emote and wait for you to die. Like, there's nothing else that can be done.
Exactly. Another big thing in that fight is you usually don't want to see a Zen using ultimate for a Diva Bomb because it's not going to save anybody but Zen. But in that particular instant, it allowed a healer on his team to still be alive himself. And then he was able to aid the rest of his team while the rest trickled back in. And since their spawn is a lot closer, whether he calculated that or not, it actually allowed them to maintain their numbers better than the other team could.
Right. And that's the thing. Right now, OwOSA still has the ability to keep this game level. They can win this, but they've got to play extremely disciplined. So, here we go, finding out if they can do so. So, and they do have a Roadhog again. So that's going to be
double bastions.
Double bastions, and Ikeo loses that battle just a little bit too quickly. Nat does get that pick here on Bravery, so they did lose that shield, and that's going to be Nassif Khan just charging his way on in, trying to finish off this battle. And there it goes one more time. Great anti-nade, able to make that work, but Sora winning in the oof battle once again, and Nassif Khan is just trying to take out Pichu. Zentoxin and Nassif in that front line, able to make it work with Sora getting the pick here on Dank Monkey, and they just do not have enough to keep themselves pushing forward. They've got to back off. Pichu does get taken out, though. The Immortality Field does come into play. Sora does take out McBeanbean, and the res comes out here from Friendly Fire. Sora is just being an absolute nuisance. But will Sora win the next oof battle? And who knows, because right now Pichu manages to back Nat away.
You know, when you're in that situation and you have these two bastions going at it, the Baptiste can keep one alive a little bit longer, but if you're trying to break down that shield and you don't have a damage boosting Mercy and they do, your fight's probably lost. Damage boosting Mercy is giving Mosaic that extra bit of damage that he needs to take the advantage there, and they were able to win the fight because of it.
Ooh, and it just seems like this pirate ship might be a little bit too much for OwOSA to really deal with. They're going to try to consider what angles they can go ahead and take with that. But I don't know. There he goes. The switch does come on over from Nassif, switching over to that Rhine.
They need to come in and do exactly what happened to them. They need to just dive on him and take it.
Right now,
there is no waiting around. There is no being scared of Bastion. Just kill him.
Yeah, but right now it just seems like they're really hesitant on how they're going to approach this.
They are, and it's very hard to run certain comps against the Bastion, and it can be a little unnerving when you've tried the comp and they're doing the same comp and you're losing it. It can be a little disorienting.
Ooh, there comes the ultimate. Only manages to take out the Immortality Field, and that's Nat getting a few picks here. And it looks like here it comes as the dive does come on in, and they are able to do it. Friendly Fire looking to get out of there, but that might have been a little bit one too many ults coming out from the side of OwOSA.
You know, it's going to depend on what Mosaic does here, because Mosaic has all, but trying to get set back up on that payload as Bastion can be really difficult, especially in this part of the map.
Alrighty, so here they go. There's not really a lot of changes here. Sora does get that pick, though, on Ikeo, and that could be absolutely monumental if they can't do anything about it. So the initial shots are starting to come into place, and Nassif Khan so close in getting caught completely out of position. Nat looking to try to get a pick somewhere in the enemy backlines, but there's just so much pressure against her. This could be completely detrimental. And here comes the entirety of OwOSA trying to clean it off. Great block there, though, by Bravery, getting in the way and not getting taken out. Here comes Mosaic. Pop that ultimate. But it looks like it's going to be Ikeo trying to be the hero of the team to get it in there somewhere. But no, only takes out the bongos. And it doesn't look like OwOSA really has much of an answer at this point.
You know, bongos only last so long. He had the opportunity to take out the Mercy and didn't take it. But I don't think that's ultimately what lost them the fight. If you're not on point with your defense matrix while your Rhine is trying to get in Bastion's face, he's gonna get melted almost every time, and it's really hard to counter that if you don't have more than one thing protecting your Rhine, and they don't.
All right, so here comes the next fight. The Battle of the Widows is going to come into play, and here it comes. Oh, Sora just has Nat's number here tonight, and there's just nothing that Nat can do about it. Oh, here comes the Amplification Matrix, and Steve Khan does come on out, does have the Nano Boost in his favor as he's swinging away, but Mosaic is just able to stay alive and looking to try to just keep all that damage flowing on in, has the protection necessary in order to make it work, and Steve Khan just cannot do everything on his own. Sora does take out Ikeo, and the last glimmer of hope for OwOSA to try to hold on to is fading slowly but surely. Here comes Nat jumping on in, does get completely melted. There goes Zentoxin, there goes Dank Monkey, and Monarch wins it tonight with a 4-0 sweep.
A big help in that last fight was Orisa pulled Zentoxin, who was on Zarya, out back into that Diva ult, which just left them one more person down. And without that high charge Zarya melting the Orisa shield, there's not a lot you can do to get to him.
Ooh, alrighty, so here we go, seeing Bravery on that, and that's what stopped that pirate ship on the initial push. Yep, that was it.
I would say Monkey is life, but I don't know how to play Monkey very well.
Oh, dude,
But-
he is such a destructive force if you can play him right.
Yeah, I can't apparently, so I don't try.
That is all right. So, folks, we have gone and hit the final bits of our show. Thank you, all of you, for joining us here tonight. I also did want to throw out, I'm sorry, I did miss it. Rudy, it's Rudy. Thank you for the follow. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. So, please give us a hashtag for who you think your player of the match is. Amara.
And before that, I would like to add, Lautrix touched on a little bit, the person asking about prizes. Like he said, we don't know about the playoffs, but this Discord has done giveaways, and we have given back to our community, and we do the best we can for that, which of course plays into any kind of help we can get, donations and all those things. So it's there, and it happens. We just don't know if it's going to happen for this particular instance yet, but we do give back to the community as best we can.
Yeah, we do. We try to do these giveaways. We try to do this. We try to do that. But the unfortunate part is that, myself and the other admins, this is really something we do on our off time.
And we love you all for it.
Thank you. But we do have to work. We do have our children, babies, whatever it is that we got to deal with. And unfortunately,
Lautrix has a cute baby.
And unfortunately, we can't. A lot of it can't really come out of our own pockets. Bills you got to pay. But we do try to we do throw in our own money. I am also subscribed into this channel, and I do pay for certain prizes. And I really do hope that we can get more. So it's essentially why I say every time after the show, tell your mom, dad, sister, grandma, uncle, whoever it is that you deem necessary. Thank you, Elfie, for the cheers. Please go ahead and just tell them to go ahead and give us a follow. You know what I mean? If you'd like, hit that subscribe button. That'd be great. And in terms of donations, anything like that, if you have a prize that you want to give, let's say, hey, I have a $10 Steam gift card that I don't have anything to do with, go ahead and let us know, and we'd be more than happy to really give back to you guys, because really none of this would exist without any of you. So when is the playoffs? The playoffs are the week before. It's the weekend, it's the week before the meetup. So let me give you just a little bit more in terms of details for that one, because it is going to show up in the middle of May. 1 second. Mi uno segundo. Por favor. The playoffs do begin on May 20th. So the top two teams are going to be fighting for that championship spot, and that's when it's going to be. So May 20th on in, and afterwards we do have a 2-week hiatus for the meetup and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to be looking into the chat. Amara, who is your player of the match?
Pichu. I love a good Zarya player, and to coordinate bubbles the way I was seeing those bubbles being coordinated is very impressive to me. A lot of people did great. Sora killed it. McBean killed it. But I'm a sucker for good Zarya bubbles, and those were beautiful.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Sora really, really surprised me today. Crazy Genji work. Crazy. I actually didn't know Sora was much of a sniper. So great sniper work there by by Sora. I was extremely, extremely impressed. Not to say that it wasn't great on both sides. Honestly, OwOSA was really putting up a fight, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Whether it was ult picks, counter picks, whatever it was, it just seemed like there was nothing they could do. So here we go. I'm looking into the chat. Skedaddle giving a feeder tag here to Sora.
Victory.
Pichu getting a little bit of love. Max, thank you for the resub. We really, really appreciate it. He is entertained.
Twitch is not letting me post my resub. And I know what happened because it came out of my account.
Alrighty.
But whatever. I'll get over it.
I'm going to take a look at it here in a little bit. Trippy Ninja. So I do want to thank you guys once again for joining us here tonight. I have been Loutrix. That has been Amara. And once again, the more support we get from you guys, the more, because honestly, we'd love to give you guys back. So many great people, a lot of good people that you can go ahead and talk to, meet with, hang out with. And honestly, if you get put into a team, I always feel like the team atmosphere is really great. You're never going to be 100% away from people that you don't like, or, toxic. It happens. People are human.
Dang it, Loutrix, you're so toxic.
I know. What am I going to do? Actually, no. It bothers Sniv and Elfie when I say the word win condition. So.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
win.
They'll get over it. Loutrix is awesome. If nothing else, at least you get to hang out with him.
Exactly. So, that being said, once again, I have been Loutrix. That has been Amara.
I'm Amara.
Yo.
Hello. Goodbye.
Have a good night.